Hello. Yes, farming around the Christmas trees. Yes. Oh, you want to know some more about pre-cuts and maybe your supply orders? We can take care of that. We'll get right into it. Hey guys, Dan the Man here with Ralston Acres again. Um, I forgot one thing at their last video that I thought I'd go ahead and bring up, and that is especially when you're looking at getting into some pre-cut trees for next year or um, for ordering your supplies, uh, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. Now, this video is being shot in early April, actually the last day of March, but early April would apply as well. If you're going to get into selling not only your trees at some point, you might want to consider selling some pre-cuts. There's a lot of discussion back and forth whether it's a good thing or not a good thing. But I do sell a few pre-cuts, but in my experience here at our farm is that we'll sell about one pre-cut to about every four trees we sell in the field. So that may give you an idea. But one of the things about selling pre-cuts, when I'm selling pre-cuts, I'm saying selling trees that are already cut that you cannot grow on your farm. Things that, like for example, here we cannot grow Fraser firs. Well, we cannot grow Douglas firs, balsam firs, noble firs. These fir variety do not grow very well, even though we're sitting here at a elevation of about 900 feet. Uh, Usually those take some much higher elevations, like 3,000 feet roughly. So we contract with a grower in North Carolina and another grower in Oregon, and we bring in some pre-cut trees. Now that order for them is something that you need to do now. You can't wait until September generally and try to find pre-cut trees. Uh, excuse me, that you try to order in September. It's just almost impossible. I've had several other farmers that I've come in contact with say, "Well, I'll wait until September to order them," and you better not because you probably won't find them. They'll already be gone. But another thing, when you're ordering the pre-cuts, you need to watch for not only the price, but look at the recommendations from other farmers that have used them before. Look at how have they performed from a customer service standpoint, to a product standpoint, to a price standpoint. Look at all these things before you actually contract with that farmer. Um, Another thing, how do they, when they transport the trees to your farm, how do they take care of those trees? Do they like the ones we get from Oregon? Obviously, that's shipping all the way across the country, and sometimes that can be detrimental if you've got the wrong carrier to bring these. Generally, the place that we order from will pack these trees in ice and then also put them in a refrigerated truck when they're driving across country. Um, the one big horror story that I've heard is for these things not to be taken care of very well, or the driver or the carrier does not put them in a container suitable for traveling that distance, especially in the weather that we could have in November. And they end up with trees that are dried out. And that's not good. That's not good for anybody. It's not good for business in general. So that's one thing that you might want to consider taking care of during the late winter, early spring, and sort of look at how you're going to do your pricing. One of the things that I would suggest to you, uh, and this is something that a grower up in North Carolina suggested to me years ago when I first started, and I sold pre-cuts before I sold my own trees, and I did that to sort of develop a business. Um, but that is, don't try to sell a lot of pre-cut trees in your first year. And the reason for it is people just finding out about you. They're just finding out about where you are and what you're going to sell and this kind of thing. He says, I would start with 60 trees. And I looked at him, I said, are you kidding me? I mean, 60 trees, that's not that many, and for me, I sold out in a week. But at the same time, what if I hadn't sold out in a week? What if something happens that maybe keeps you from selling the 60 trees? Well, I'd much rather eat the what I had left from 60 as of what I would have left from say 200. So just a word of advice: don't get too excited about that, and start small. Start small, baby steps to start with. But that's just one item. The other item that I want to talk about is your supplies. Well, is there a place, or are there places in our neighborhood that will sell Christmas tree supplies? Well, okay, let's see. Are you going to net your tree for your customers so they can safely travel back and forth from your farm to their home? Um, are you going to sell anything that I call them profit makers, little deals like a waterer where people can put like a big glorified funnel in the tree and be able to water their tree without having to bend over and put water in a stand? Stands, we sell out of stands every year. Sometimes people keep stands from year to year. Sometimes they say, well, I didn't want to go to the attic and hunt for that stand, so let me just have one. Well, you got to have them on hand, and you can't sell them if you don't have them. What about wreath supplies? Are you going to make wreaths? Are you going to do that? I suggest that you try to look into that. Um, what about the frames? What about the bows and ribbons? And what about the the other little add-ons, pine cones and other things that you're going to add on to that wreath? This is also a good time to consider all these supply order items that you might want to look at so that you'll have them on hand when you need them. A lot of the Christmas tree suppliers will say, if you order now, then maybe they will arrange for shipping down the road closer to the time that you need these. And most of them will not require, excuse me, a payment until the end of that time, as long as we know that you put a deposit on it or something like that, to where that they're not going to be stuck with in case you were to cancel the order. But in our area, southeastern United States, uh, I know that Fraser Knoll out of North Carolina, Evans Christmas Tree Growers out of Lower Alabama, somewhere on Mobile, uh, and let's see, there's some others. The Kirk Company, they're all over the United States, and they have some supplies. They may not have everything, but I know they do sell to the other two that I mentioned, and there's others I'm sure that are out there. Um, Belsma and Sons, I think they're called Peak Seasons now. They're around Atlanta. They have a lot of Christmas supplies. But get online and sort of look around and see what uh, what might be closer to you. Because if they don't bring these to a gathering of other farmers where they say we'll save you shipping by bringing these to a meeting or something to where that you don't have to pay for shipping, and you do have to pay for shipping at some point, then you probably don't want to ship it across the country. You want to be somewhere where your shipping costs are lower. But things like netting, like I said, waterers, ribbons, um, we have everything that we've got now is sort of packed up, so I can't really show you too much things. We do make some flower arrangements. I will show you this right here. This is just one item. I never would have thought that this would be an item, but I did find this uh, it wasn't a Christmas Tree Growers website or anything, but I found this at I think it was on Fair. I'm not sure, but anyway, it looked like an old milk can. It's looked like a miniature milk can, but we put flower arrangements in those. I say flower, excuse me, not flowers. Evergreen arrangements in there, decorate them up, and sell these. Uh, great, great seller when you're looking at people coming on your farm and buying something from you in your gift shop or whatever. That's just one item that we will have. Um, Another thing, are you going to have a gift shop? Yes or no? Are you going to have a concession stand? Yes or no? this is a good time to get those plans that you made back 2 or 3 months ago in place. Put them in place. Get them going. And again, things like shirts, caps, um, ornaments. I'm just trying to think of some other things that would be a lot of sales. I call them sit arounds, little things that you sit around at snow globes and other things you can sit around and um, have people. They will put them out at Christmas time. Things that would go with a Christmas tree, like the ornaments, the lights. Now we don't sell too many lights because the lights are that's very competitive, and um, usually you have a hard time making your price point uh, compared to someone going to Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart and getting the lights. And sometimes they already have lights, but we do sell a few. We do sell a few here. But that's just another thing that you want to try to get your orders and things in place. I would say at least the supply orders for your gift shop and wreath shop, I would have them in place by May. I just feel like that would be good advice, because if you wait much later than that, then you're going to be looking at well, we're out of stock, or we're going to have to get these in. Don't know if I'm going to be there in time, uh, and it's so, uh, or we've had price changes. There's all kind of variables that you have to negotiate through. But I wanted to bring that point up to you so that you would be uh, um, uh, knowledgeable about what some of the other things that I need to be doing while while it's raining, or while I'm in the house and I'm on the computer, and this is a good time to be doing it. So that's about all I've got. This is a little shortened video, but as you can see, we are in my gift shop, wreath shop now, and everything's packed up. We got bare walls. Everything's packed up. I guarantee you, by the middle of November, this place will be full. This place will be full and people will be in here. And so I want to be ready for them. Remember, you can't sell something you don't have. But anyway, thank you for being with us today. Please subscribe. Please hit our subscribe button if you hadn't already subscribed. If you like us, hit the like button. If you'd like to make a comment about, hey, I'd like to know more about this particular area or that particular area, leave us a comment. We'll look at it. We'll try to see what we can't do on future videos to help you out. Thank you very much. Please have a good day, and we'll talk to you next time on Farming Around the Christmas Tree.